Hello everyone, and welcome to another entry to the SCP Horror Movie Files. Today I will be reviewing one of my all-time favorites from the mind of Stephen King, The Mist. As a final disclaimer, this video will contain mentions of violence, gore, death, giant bugs, mutant bugs, and horrific imagery. If any of that disturbs you, then please feel free to click off the video. For those that wish to stay, let's begin with SCP-ABB. SCP-ABB. Codename The Mist. Previous Object Class Apollyon. Current Object Class Nexus. Special Containment Procedures. Mobile Task Force Hades 3 Mistbusters is responsible for maintaining and guarding SCP-ABB at Site AD. SCP-ABB-1 is contained within the entirety of Level 20 of the site, which ranges allowing a basic ecosystem of SCP-ABB-2 instances to exist. The entrance to Level 20 is an elevator guarded by a small, fortified building within the level. This building stands 20 meters tall and 60 meters wide, and acts as a security outpost, an observation outpost, and a science lab. The entrance, and by extension the entire building, is guarded by automated sentry guns and AFA-2 units armed with laser rifles. Only Foundation staff with Level 3 clearance or higher are allowed to enter this level or take samples of SCP-ABB-2 instances. MTF Hades 3 is to act as a last defense should SCP-ABB-2 instances infiltrate the building and by extension the elevator. Additionally, if for any reason SCP-ABB-1 stability goes haywire, all Foundation staff are to evacuate Site AD, and MTF Hades 3 is to go to SCP-ABB-1 and either stabilize it or destroy it. For whatever reason, none of the SCP-ABB-2 instances like to go near SCP-ABB-1 once they have entered our reality. As such, if such a scenario occurs, MTF Hades 3 will not have to worry about being surrounded until it is time to retreat. Description: SCP-ABB is an alternate dimension that bled into our world because of an experimental dimensional rift device created by rogue personnel within the US military. Regarding SCP-ABB, it consists of two components being SCP-ABB-1 and SCP-ABB-2. SCP-ABB-1 is a dimensional rift device standing 60 inches tall and 60 inches wide. When activated, it has the ability to create a square portal standing 20 by 20 meters, but has the potential to grow larger. Though SCP-ABB-1 itself is relatively harmless, it is responsible for the existence of SCP-ABB-2 instances. SCP-ABB-2 instances are a wide variety of creatures that belong to the natural ecosystem of the original dimension SCP-ABB-1's portal is accessing. SCP-ABB-2 instances seem to have similarities to animals and bugs found on Earth. However, SCP-ABB-2 instances are not only larger, but much more grotesque and horrific looking than their Earth counterparts. Unfortunately, along with the SCP-ABB-2 instances, SCP-ABB-1's portal floods a large and thick mist into our world, which seems to be the common atmosphere of the original dimension. From what we can tell, the SCP-ABB-2 instances come from a world of constant fighting and survival, and as a result are violent to all forms of life here on Earth. Their violent way of life has made them naturally grow a number of anomalous abilities, such as spinning acidic webbing, possessing venom that naturally gives spontaneous cancer growths, and the ability to be completely silent despite having large bodies. It is unknown how many SCP-ABB-2 species exist, though it is suspected to be almost equal to the amount of species here on Earth. SCP-ABB was discovered in 2007 and was originally considered an XK class end-of-the-world scenario anomaly due to its area of effect spontaneous growth. Foundation agents within the US government reported a containment breach at the facility on the top of the mountain of Louisiana. SCP-ABB was created by a rogue faction of Pentagram when they foolishly established Project Arrowhead. For those that don't know, Pentagram is a highly classified military branch of the US that focuses on combating anomalous and occult threats. However, this rogue faction wanted more power, and it was their stupidity and greed that allowed SCP-ABB to not only manifest, but get out of control. Everyone on the mountain died, and unfortunately so did the Foundation agents, though so did the rogue faction of Pentagram. However, the growth of SCP-ABB's aerial effect was so spontaneous that containment was almost declared impossible. The area of effect grew to be about 200 kilometers before the Foundation was able to surround and suppress the growth. The surrounding towns and cities of the incident were unfortunately in full view of the event. Mobile Task Force Gamma 5 Red Herrings worked around the clock to suppress all memory and mention of the event while the Foundation moved in. Due to the massive area of effect, progress was slow, and thus when the Global Occult Coalition moved in to assist, the Foundation accepted their help. It took 4 days to suppress SCP-ABB's area of effect. In that time, over 100 survivors were found and given Class G amnestics. The cover story was that the mist was a toxic gas cloud created from a chemical spill from a US military experiment gone wrong. Technically not a lie. Normally, the Foundation doesn't pin the blame on lesser organizations like the US government. However, superiors of both the Foundation and the GOC agreed it was proper punishment for allowing a rogue faction of Pentagram to exist in the first place. Agent was on a covert mission to assist in evacuation of civilians. However, her area was hit by SCP-ABB's area of effect before evacuation orders could be given. Though she was able to record her experience with a group of survivors before her eventual rescue by the Global Occult Coalition. Please see Addendum X5 for details. And that was SCP-ABB. Thank you to everyone for making it to the end of the video. If you liked what you saw, please don't hesitate to leave a comment and tell me what you thought. Also, if you'd like to view more SCP-HMF content, then please visit my Tumblr to have access to nearly hundreds of files and other interesting posts. Link is in the description below. If you'd like to support me financially, please follow the link to my Patreon. There, you'll have access to all my videos before release, first drafts on all my work, updates on my projects, and be able to give your opinions on my amateur artwork. Link is also in the description. Finally, a special thank you to my single Patreon, Sierra Hernandez. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you all again for watching. Hope you're all having a fantastic day, and we'll get a chance to see you in the next video.